Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game here at Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai, being joined by the one and only, the Black Beast, Mr. Derrick Lewis. Now, you just finished another training session preparing for a fight March 9th against Junior Dos Santos, former UFC heavyweight champion. How's this camp been going?
It went real well. We know we got to push it hard this week, and my body responded real well. Surprised me this week, so I'm feeling good.
Now, what have you been working on most with Coach Bob Perez?
It's always conditioning, stuff like that, and mental mind game and stuff like that. And it's really, every fight that I go into is always whatever my body could do or whatever my mind thinks my body could do. So I really just focus on myself. I never focus on my opponent anymore.
Now, we all see that you do have a strong mind and a lot of heart, like we saw in that Volkov fight. But I do know something else that you work on a lot with Coach Jimmy. Can you kind of let your fans know, what he helps you with as well?
Jimmy really my personal butler, really. He does my meals. He drives me to the gym and take care of my physical therapy needs that I have on my back and stuff like that. He does it all, I really appreciate it for that, and I love him that he's on my team.
Does he drive your Lamborghini too?
No, he would never drive my Lamborghini. I won't let nobody drive my Lamborghini.
Which car do you allow him to drive?
I won't let him drive none of them. I don't like no one driving my cars, not even my wife. She knows that.
Looking at your opponent, Junior Dos Santos, like I said, former UFC heavyweight champion, but you fought a lot of great fighters and dangerous guys like Alexander Volkov to Roy Nelson to Francis Ngannou and, of course, DC. Where do you think he ranks, among some of the guys that you fought?
He's probably like the weakest guy that I'm going to fight. Out of the guys that I fought before, he's probably like the fifth or the sixth guy. I don't think that he's the toughest guy that ever fought, and so we'll see on March 9th.
But he is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But he's kind of known for being, a pretty good boxer. What do you think of kind of his stand-up and his style?
It's like I say all the time. It's heavyweight division. It doesn't matter if the guy's a black belt or it's a world-class boxer. We still have a 50-50 chance. We heavyweights, so it's really just only going to take one punch. Where
do you think you'll find that one punch? Like, what round are you kind of hoping?
Just really whatever round I want. If I want to end the fight in the first, I'm in the fight in the first. If I want to end the fight in the fifth, I end the fight. So it's whenever I get ready to.
And your last fight against DC, I do know that was, I believe, on a 2.5 week or 3 week notice, right?
Yes, it was 3 weeks notice.
Yeah, so what did you kind of take away from that fight, and with that being, a title shot at the historic Madison Square Garden?
That you really got to stay ready 24/7, can't get ready. It's no telling, they'll call you short notice to fight anyone. So you all really got to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
But a lot has changed for you kind of after that Volkov fight, 11 seconds left, knocked him out cold. And then, of course, the DC fight happened. But your post-fight speech, has everything kind of calmed down since then?
Yes, it has. Thank God for that, because it was getting annoyed. I was getting annoyed by all the attention I was getting. So I'm glad everything is back to normal.
So everything's kind of cooled off, right?
Yes.
And what about like movies? I did see on your Instagram, there was that one selfie that you posted. And I think I spoke to your coach, Bob Perez. He said you were filming, was it a TV show or a movie?
It was a TV show. The movie's supposed to be coming pretty soon as well.
Can you give us a hint on that?
Not right now. My contract says I can't talk about it right now.
Okay, well, when you can, we'll find it probably on your Instagram. So after Junior Dos Santos, if you're successful, I did talk to Bob Perez. He said that you're kind of eyeing for Stipe Miocic after?
Yes, hopefully everything goes good with JDS fight, and we get it back in there real quick with Stipe.
Yeah, and then kind of back in line, you are ranked number 3 right now, but kind of in that title shot picture.
Yes.
But what is it about Stipe that kind of intrigues you to want to fight him next? Or is it just because of his rank?
It really don't matter who I fight next. He's just right there, and he called me out before, and they had me booked with JDS, but why he called me out, so I'm just go ahead and call him out after this fight.
But they never offered you Stipe, though, right?
They offered me Stipe, but I told them it was already too short of a notice. It's right after the DC fight. They wanted me to fight in January, right after I just lost DC. And so I was told them no, I needed some time off.
But if you do end up fighting Stipe after JDS, though, what holes do you see in his style and his game? Because he is a good wrestler and has good stand-up as well.
I don't care about the matchup. I don't really follow these guys' career. I'm just going there just to fight. So I don't care what they could do and what they have done and stuff like that. It doesn't faze me.
And you did fight 4 times last year. Is that how many times you're hoping to fight this year, or do you kind of hope for a bit more time in between?
It really don't matter. It all depends on my body, in my mind, everything. As long as everything is straight with myself, then I don't care how many times I fight.
Now, also, though, Francis Ngannou, who you did fight and beat, he just fought and beat Cain Velasquez, stopped him in the first round. What did you make of that?
That's a good job to Francis. But, if Francis is still at the top or whatever, get the title shot, after Stipe, I will fight Francis again, and it will be a better fight than our last performance.
And looking at DC, though, do you think that he'll fight again?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling, I guess he's just really waiting to see who's the most vulnerable, I guess, or whoever is going to come up to the top 5 or what. But I'm sure he's just waiting because he don't want none of the guys that's in the top 5 right now, I'm sure.
So do you think he wanted that Stipe rematch, or he doesn't?
I don't think he's not going to fight Stipe. He's not going to fight Francis. Most likely he probably try to wait and see what I'll do. I'll probably be the guy that he probably would pick out of everyone else in the top 5 right now.
But if you do fight him again, what did you take away from that first fight that you can kind of learn from going into a potential rematch?
It's really that I hesitated too much in that fight. I was just about to throw the jump knee, and I hesitated, and he took me down that last time. And it's all my fault on that one.
Now, you did say, Stipe, you got offered that fight in January. A lot of people kind of think, is he kind of holding out for a DC rematch, but he was going to fight you in January, right?
Yes, they said that he didn't want to call me out in January, that we were supposed to fight. And I was just coming off the loss with DC. And, I had a fight in November, then fight in DC. Then they wanted me to fight in January. I'm like, damn. Then it's not even... These are all top guys, so I'm like, I needed some time off. I wanted a full training camp, and my body, my mind wasn't right.
Now, speaking of time off, how was your time off and the holidays, and also happy belated birthday?
I appreciate it. It was pretty good. I think I got the rest that my mind needed. It wasn't my body; it was just my mind needed some time off. Because I get in a real grumpy mood whenever I keep fighting back-to-back like this. And so everything is pretty good, so I'm happy that I got this fight in March night. And so I'm ready to take care of business.
Now, did you do anything fun or get any fun gifts? I heard you're a big fan of nutcrackers.
Nutcrackers? Okay, Bob. All right. No, I'm not no fan of no damn nutcrackers. I'm cracking nuts, but no, I'm not a fan of no nutcracker. Hell no.
Oh, maybe I must have heard wrong.
But when I was a kid, I did like the nutcracker though.
Okay, so now we got that clarified. And then yesterday, though, I did see you drive up in a Lamborghini twin turbo, right?
Yes.
So you like to race?
I like to do a lot of things, a lot of activities and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, I did see your first pass, quarter mile. You ran a 10:4.
10-2.
Oh, 10:2. Sorry.
Second pass, 10-4. Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you kind of been into cars and racing? Because my older brother, he has an '03 Cobra that runs 7 seconds quarter mile.
Oh, that's pretty good. I've been in it for at least 6 years now. Been drag racing. I love it. It's a different type of feeling than fighting. It's more like a stress reliever. But the build up to at the starting lineup is more like the fighting scene, like the build up before you walk out there to the octagon. That's what it's more like too. But it's a lot more fun than fighting. Yeah.
How often do you like to go and race?
If I can, I'll do it every weekend. But it's really not that close to my house, so probably once a month.
Once a month. When was your last pass?
2 weeks ago.
Was that when you ran the 10:2?
Yes.
Awesome. And then lastly for you, though, what is your favorite food to go eat right after you fight?
The same thing I eat just before my fight. Some Popeyes.
Some Popeyes chicken, right?
Yeah, you got to get some Popeyes chicken.
Yes. And do you have any words to your fans as well?
Just fuck all y'all. Wishy-washy motherfuckers. But no, just thank everyone for the support. There's some big things going on this year, so stay tuned.